The trio Manchester City built this season isn't just about talent, it's rewriting history.
And there is absolutely not a question on the planet that Donnarumma makes Manchester City a better side.
Haaland broke a Champions League record.
Erling, I love you. I've loved you before. I will always love you. But right now, I love you a lot more than yesterday, but less than tomorrow, I'm sure.
Doku scored a goal straight out of a highlight reel.
Doku. Doku, lovely, all the way. That'll seal it. He was brilliant against United.
And Donnarumma turned the defense into a fortress.
He's got the presence to deal with that and to make it a calmer situation for City.
Massive presence on set plays, and it looks like it might be one.
Oh, brilliant effort from Mbeumo, and that is a world-class save from a world-class goalkeeper. Donnarumma's not had much to do today, but Mbeumo's hit the sweetest of left foot
This
volleys.
is the new City, and the whole of Europe is watching. Last season left scars on Manchester City, a third-place finish, doubts about Guardiola's system, and the sense that their dominance was fading. Fast forward a few months, and suddenly the picture feels different. Haaland is smashing records as if they were nothing. Doku is creating plays that fans never expected, and Donnarumma is giving the backline a confidence City hasn't felt in years. When you put together a relentless goal scorer, a fearless dribbler, and a wall in goal, you get the formula that could take City back to the top of Europe and return to Pep the crown of the modern era's greatest manager. Gianluigi Donnarumma didn't need time to settle. In just 2 matches, he delivered what City missed all last year: security. A clean sheet in the derby against United and another in Europe against Napoli. His style is different from Ederson's, less about playing out like a midfielder, more about reflexes, presence, and pure shot stopping. And honestly, that difference is exactly what City needed. The saves, the plasticity, the calm under fire, it all outweighs what Ederson brought before him. People love to talk about needing a commanding center back to anchor a defense, but the real anchor is always the goalkeeper. When the back line fails to block a chance, he's the one left to decide if it's disaster or survival. And if you're a defender, it's a whole lot easier to play your game knowing that if you slip once, you've got a top 3 keeper in the world ready to bail you out. When City signed Donnarumma, the noise was loud. Could he really play Guardiola's football? Funny thing is, the exact same debate happened when Haaland arrived. For years, City thrived with a false 9, and people swore Pep's system couldn't handle a classic striker. We all know how that turned out. That's the mark of Guardiola. He bends the system to the player, not the other way around. With Donnarumma, the story feels similar. Is he elite with the ball at his feet? No, but that's not the point. He can improve there, and the team can lean a little less on the goalkeeper for build-up. What matters is what happens inside the box. And in that area, Donnarumma's reliability crushes any doubts. The security he gives under the crossbar more than outweighs whatever concerns people had about his passing. And once again, Pep is showing why he's the top manager of the modern era. He adapts and he gets the best out of his players. Erling Haaland just became the fastest player ever to hit 50 Champions League goals. 49 games. Done. To put that in perspective, Messi needed 66, Cristiano needed 91. Guardiola called it notable. Foden said it's unprecedented. And here's the truth. Haaland has become the kind of striker you can't avoid.
Foden. Oh, that's clever. Haaland! Oh, brilliant goal! And it's a 50th goal in the Champions League for Erling Haaland.
People used to say he was clumsy, that unless you gave him the ball on a plate, he wouldn't score. Now defenders step onto the pitch knowing he averages more than a goal per game in the Premier League against the toughest defenses in the world. That's absurd. And the scary part? He might not even be at his peak yet. Most strikers hit their prime at 27 or 28. Erling is still 2 or 3 years away from that. Let that sink in. Europe's reset button. Haaland's value isn't only the goals, it's the gravity. In the derby, he dragged both center backs away so Doku could attack space. Against Napoli, his movement forced Di Lorenzo into that red card. Game over. That's the kind of impact stats don't show. Guardiola's system now leans on that presence. Haaland as the reference point that everything else rotates around. He's still ruthless in front of the goal, but he's also the guy who makes teammates more dangerous just by existing. Opponents spend the whole week planning for him and still can't control it. That's why Pep doesn't even bother comparing him. There's nothing to compare.
Alexander Isak, the best striker in the world. Where does that leave Erling?
A little bit above.
Phenomenal.
Another one would say Mbappe, and I would say that another one they say Messi, another one they say Cristiano. That's fine, you know. I would not change Erling for anyone.
Jeremy Doku's strike against Napoli was different. The way he dribbled, cut inside, and hit it with power into the box reminded everyone of how Messi used to finish at his peak, not because he is Messi, but because the execution had that same mix of speed and timing. And that's the key here, timing. In the past, Doku often ran when he should have slowed down or held the ball when he should have attacked. This time, he picked the exact right moment to go. That's the sign of maturity.
Good run from Doku, and then the second ball, and the header's in! Phil Foden! He's got this magnificent scoring record against...
He's learning when to strike, and the result is a winger that doesn't just create highlights, but decides matches. One play, one spark, game flipped. This season, Doku has become essential. He's no longer the chaotic dribbler who lost the ball in pointless runs. Now he's both a disruptor and a builder, arriving more in the box and finishing chances instead of being stuck wide. That's a major evolution in his game. And here's the part that stands out. Guardiola doesn't usually give this kind of freedom to his wingers. Mahrez had flashes of it, Bernardo at times too, but tearing through an Italian defense with pace and strength, that's new for City. It's proof that Doku isn't just fitting into the system, he's pushing it into new territory. The scars of last season run deep. Manchester City's lowest points tally under Guardiola, a third-place finish, and another Champions League exit to Real Madrid. Rodri's injury exposed weaknesses, and for the first time, Pep's aura seemed to crack. But perhaps that setback was the reset City needed. Guardiola himself admitted finishing third might have been more valuable than winning a fourth straight league title. It forced the squad to evolve, to bring in Donnarumma, to lean more on Haaland, and to push Doku into maturity. Now, early in 2025-26, the signs are promising. Cleaner at the back, sharper in attack, and mentally fresher. From disappointment grew hunger, and that hunger is driving City's revival. Those scars now fuel their hunger. Europe has always been City's unfinished business.
City have got to regain their control and composure. Oh my goodness! Oh, I can't believe it! Neither can Real Madrid. City's
And Madrid, the team that kept sending them home. 2021, 2023, 2024, same story. Now the group stage brings them together again. But the context feels different. This isn't the City that collapsed late in games. With Donnarumma, they finally have a keeper who saves what others can't. With Doku, they've got a winger who can break lines alone. With Haaland, they have the most inevitable scorer in world football. Barcelona might come later in the knockouts, but the real test is Madrid. Beat them here, and it's not just points. It's ripping away the psychological barrier that has haunted this club. That's why this showdown matters more than any other in the group. Adapt or get moved, and City finally looks ready to adapt. Now it's your turn. What do you think about Doku's evolution this season? And how do you see the change in style from Ederson to Donnarumma? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear it. Last season raised doubts, but this season City's trio is shifting the balance of power in Europe. And once again, Pep is proving he's not just great, he's the best among the best.